Hi friends, it's Grace and welcome back to another video. This is going to be my October TBR, but I am just going to start with a little bit of a life update. So as you can see right away, this is not the same background that you're used to, and that is actually because I have just moved. I bought a house and I'm just in the process of moving in, and so it's a very exciting and very busy and hectic time, and just for various reasons I haven't been able to get my bookshelves set up, but I am really excited to do that, and I am planning to do like a bookshelf organization new setup video type thing to like take you guys along with me on how I'm setting up my new shelves. And honestly, just lots is happening. I don't usually plug my Patreon very hard. What I really want to say is it's there, it exists, and if any of you have the means and feel inclined to support the channel, it is just really greatly appreciated if you do choose to do that. And there is no pressure whatsoever to do so, but I will, as always, have the link in my description. And so that's it for that. Like, please don't feel any type of pressure to join, but like I said, anything that's contributed means a lot to me and is greatly appreciated, as is just a regular like, subscribe, and comment. The community means a lot to me. The feeling that I'm not just shouting into the void and that people are here to talk about books to me is enough. It's amazing. So that is the mini life update. And like I said, I'll have more when I actually do my new setup. I'm really excited to do that video. But let's get on into the October TBR. So related to the fact that I don't have my new bookshelves set up, I have some of these books out of boxes and accessible to me, but some of them I don't yet. So I won't be holding all of them up like I usually do, but I still have a list to go through, and I'll just pop the screenshot of the covers up on screen so that you can see them. And so basically I have about 9 books on this TBR, and more on sort of like an extended MBR. But there are a couple of books that I have planned for a specific video that I'm not going to name. It's not exactly a secret TBR. It's just a couple of books that I think if I tell you what they are, it might give away what the video concept is. But one of them is fantasy and one of them is like historical own voices type of content. And I'm really excited to read both of them, and so I have a dedicated video coming for those. But the first official book on my TBR this month is Thud by Terry Pratchett, which is the 7th book in the City Watch subseries of Discworld. And so this month in September, me and Ben read Night Watch, which is the 6th book. And this is our buddy read between us for the course of this series. We're doing about one a month. So October lines up for Thud, and it's the second last book in the series, crazily enough, because it feels like we've been reading it together for a long time. And honestly, they're just such enjoyable books. So I don't even know what Thud is about, but I'm really looking forward to it. Night Watch was my favorite of them so far, and so I don't expect Thud to necessarily live up to that, because Night Watch is special, and it's different from the others in a way that I can't say if you haven't read them, but it's very, very good, and I'm sure that Thud will be phenomenal as well. And just looking forward to more Terry Pratchett in my life. Then next up, we have the book club pick for mine and Ben's Discord. And so while this has not officially won the poll yet, I kind of made the executive decision that it's the book that I'm gonna read. And so that's The Haunting of Hill House by Shirley Jackson. And this, don't worry, this is a removable sticker. But me and Ben went to Indigo and picked up 3 of like these style of classics for $10, which you really can't say no to. So I got this, and I got Dracula, and Ben got Metamorphosis. And this is, like I mentioned, one of the 2 book club picks, and I am too much of a baby to try watching the TV show, but I think that the book will be perfect for me because when I try and read horror and scary things like in book form, it usually goes okay, whereas if I try and watch it, it does not always go so well for me. I'm not good with that type of thing. However, I am really excited for this just because it has gained so much popularity after the show, and it's a classic like creepy haunted house story. Perfect for October. The next book on my TBR is the winner of my October Patron pick, and so this is another one that I do not have out of boxes yet, but I obviously will go looking for it because I'm going to read it, and that is Before They're Hanged by Joe Abercrombie, and this is of course the second book in the first Law trilogy, and this was picked by Victor and Andres, so it had a little bit of an advantage because it had double the odds to win, and it did in fact win the Patron wheel spin. So I'm really excited for this because I enjoyed the blade itself when I read it, but it has been a while now, so I may have to review like a plot summary or something just to make sure that I'm not gonna miss the intricacies and the importance of things that are being introduced at the start of the second book, because I read The Blade itself right around the time that I was finishing my master's last year, and I didn't do a lot of reading during that time, so my momentum for the series kind of fell off, and even though I enjoyed The Blade itself, I just didn't end up continuing right away, and then it kept getting put off and put off. So I'm really happy that I'm coming back to it now, and I mean, there's no better time than the present, so I'm really glad that that one got picked. Then next up for a book that I will hopefully read is Ben's Patron series read-along, and so that is for the Broken Earth Trilogy by N.K. Jemisin. September was the 5th season, so I read the 5th season in August because it was my Patron pick, but Ben and others read it in September. And then The Obelisk Gate is in October. So I don't actually own this one. So that's the only sticking point here. I will hopefully get it and join that, but it only just hinges on that fact. I felt a lot of momentum finishing the 5th season. I was really excited to continue, and I feel like I've kind of lost that momentum. Like, it was a feeling that got captured in the moment, and I don't feel it right now. So I'll probably just have to motivate myself to get back to that. But the 5th season was a really good book, and I do want to continue. Then, next up in physical books is one that I was really excited that I found, and that is I'm Glad My Mom Died by Jeanette Mccurdy, and this was sold out everywhere. So I honestly wasn't even planning to buy it, but when we stopped by the bookstore and saw it on the shelves, I was like, oh, okay, I really wanted this, so I have to buy it now because I don't want it to sell out again and then not have the opportunity for a while. And so since I now have this in physical form, I really do want to get to it soon. Like, it's calling out to me. So I feel like October will be the time, and I'm just I'm excited. I know that, well, it's kind of weird to be excited because I know that there's a lot of trauma that she goes through in this book and opens herself up and tells us about it, but just the way that I've heard people talk about it, and obviously the way that she tells it, is so captivating and engaging and compelling and funny and so many other positive adjectives that you can think of that I'm really looking forward to it. So that's it for physical books, at least for my TBR. And then I have a couple of audiobooks currently checked out from Libby. And so those are A Psalm for the Wild Built by Becky Chambers, which I have listened to the first couple minutes of so far, and it's very cool. So I would like to get to that in the next month. And then I also have Gallant by V.E. Schwab checked out on Libby. And so I don't really know what either of them are about, to be honest with you. A lot of the times when I look for an audiobook, I will browse what's available now and just see what pops out to me. So this is kind of my way of reading things, like mood reading, really, reading things on a whim that look interesting to me right when I see them. And so I think that Gallant is about like a parallel universe type thing. Maybe not parallel universe exactly, but I think that it's about a girl who goes back to a home that she has never known, and she finds out that things are wrong, and she finds out that there might be some sort of shadow reflection world where her home also exists, but things are opposite. And then Song for the Wild Bill, it obviously has to do with robots based on the first few minutes that I listened to, but I have no idea other than that. I did not look at the synopsis. I didn't look at anything. Both of them just grabbed my attention. So hopefully I'll be able to listen to both, because I think together they're like 12 hours combined, so they're both pretty short. So I'm looking forward to those. And then aside from that, with my entire bookshelf overhaul happening, I think that I am just gonna do mood reading, and I don't even know how much I'm gonna have time for, because of course I listed like 7 or 8 books already, or maybe even 9. I don't know, I can't count. Yeah, it's 9. So I may not even have time for more reading than that, but I'm just leaving myself open aside from this list, and I'll see what grabs me, and I am really excited about that prospect, because maybe I'll feel like reading spooky things for October. Maybe I'll feel like doing something entirely different, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. So that is it for this one. Please like this video if you liked it. Drop me a comment and tell me what you thought. Please subscribe if you want to see more content from me. I post new videos every Monday and Thursday. And as always, I will have my Discord, socials, and Patreon linked in the description below if you're interested in any of that stuff. And I hope that you have a fantastic rest of your day. Bye!